no good-looking men to give flyers to. Can I give you one of my flyers? Yes. I used to be an analyst on economics and politics and what that might mean for investors and traders, and gave that all up to come and see what was going on with the refugee crisis. What I'm doing is I work with the refugees in the north of Paris, and they only have one pair of trousers. So I'm trying to explain to people that if they have spare pairs of trousers, they could... I'm from London. I felt I was missing out something really important about what Europe is. Are we sticking to our values? What did you discover? That my worst fears were true. That what we pride ourselves on, what our history is, what we think differentiates us, this kind of false sense of pride that we established human rights and all these values, and that other countries around the world haven't caught up with us. Actually, we seem to be giving up on those things too. You want me to tell you about the tents? There had been a kind of tolerance here of the fact that they were here. So all of this, all the grass here, all around us here, was all tents. In the night time, people were dancing together, people were eating together. And slowly, as the camps built up, they'd start accruing rugs, beds, sofas. But one of the most incredible things was up here was all the washing. After the last evacuation, when they were asked to leave to get into buses and go away, since then we're not allowed to have any groupings of refugees here. Now there's nobody here near the camp. We don't know where they are. People are just being hunted.
افغانستان راغلم چې راسو تو خلکو یې راسي اروپا ده اروپا ښه ده دلته راغلم دلته فرانسې ته راغلي یو په لاره کې م ډېر مشکلات ولیده د بلغاري ډوبلاین سو اوس دلته راغلو هغه درخواست مې ورکړی دغه راته 18 میاشتې وایي په تا ماسه 18 میاشتو نه 15 میاشتې ووتې او اوس 8 میاشتې نورې 9 میاشتې نورې پاتې دي ورته په تا مه یم All people are very afraid from police in Bulgaria.
Dogs?
Very dog, yes.
Turkey dogs?
Yes, dog. And
I didn't know there was dogs on the border in Turkey.
hungry, more dog, hungry.
Yeah.
It's close border.
Given where France is geographically, most of the people here, we think over 80% of the people in France have either already been rejected somewhere else or they've had their fingerprints taken in another country, possibly forcibly, which means that when they get here, the first response of the French state is you need to go back to that country. That's the agreement that's in place here. They don't want to go back to that country. They say they're not going to go, and it means that they'll have to live on the streets, survive for themselves for 18 months before they get to claim asylum. I think it's very difficult for anybody to understand this system, at least of all the people who've got so much emotion vested in it.
ورنسته هلکان بیایي ترانسفرایي پاریس نه نورو جایو ته وایي کور درکوو ما سبا کور راکوي وایي ښه کور درکوو او
We have lots of men on the streets here who were transferred, but they were transferred to somewhere completely inappropriate. They were transferred where there was nobody of their own community, where there was no public transport, where there was no food. There's just nothing. So because they don't understand the system, they leave, they come back to here, then they're registered as having escaped, and that means 18 months on the streets.
I like Foreign language, Foreign people, Foreign girl.
You learn French with Deborah, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deborah, more like Foreign good.
I wouldn't say we're friends, but I would say I've been here 7 months, and when people leave, you can't be there anymore. He's one of, I don't know, 7,000, 8,000 men that I've met. This happens every day. You see people come, you see people go, you meet people, you try and find out about their story. You see them again 4 months later because they wanted to come and see you, or because everything's fallen through and they want more advice, or for any number of reasons. And it's a very transient lifestyle for the volunteers as well as for the refugees. Maybe it'll all work out. One of the things that's been extraordinary, like, I didn't know what Muslim men from Afghanistan and Sudan would think about the world. And one of the things that's been really interesting is they really seem to get off on the way that I dress. Like, it's some symbol of freedom. They're supposed to be refugees. We're supposed to be able to recognise that they've come from war-torn countries. They've suffered torture, deprivation, all unimaginable things, and then they're through a bureaucratic process that seems to be completely pointless. All the numbers add up to the fact that we're just shifting people around a chessboard. It's got nothing to do with anything, and it's people's lives.
ورځ د بس چې له خوبه جګ سوم لاړم حمام مې وکړ بال دغه راغلم چای مې وچښه بیرون ووتم بس کې تقریبا 8 نفره بوتله او له پاریس نه یې ترانسفر کړه نورو ځایو ته افغانان هم و افریقایان هم و او 2 بسه و نن یې ترانسفر کړه نورو ولایتو ته یې ولېږل تقریبا 4 ساعته 5 ساعته 6 ساعته له دجې لرې و شاید دوی مې ترانسفر کړی دوشنبې په ورځ زه خوشحاله یم چې ترانسفر نه سم پاریس کې اوس بلد سوم پاریس ښه ځای ده
He's a really smart, charming, work-hard man. He's all the things that people don't know about refugees.